Jonah is a 2023 film, technically being that it premiered at the Austin Film Festival in October of 2023 and then got a wider release in 2024. This is a Ben Van Kleek film, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Ben Van Kleek directed and co-wrote this film. This is a alien movie, but is it? It's kind of, I wouldn't classify it as found footage whatsoever, but it is about a documentary crew that you follow, and this documentary crew is basically making a documentary essentially on this woman through pretty much the entire film. So it's these two guys, Ozzy and I forget the other guy's name, but they are basically skeptics who go and document people who claim to, you know, be whatever spiritual or have beliefs on, people who claim to see Bigfoot, people who claim to see aliens in this case. And they just document them. And Ozzy specifically is a very big skeptic, and his mission essentially with these documentaries is just to disprove everything. So pretty much something we've seen in many movies before. This is a low budget film, very independent, and they, in my opinion, did a phenomenal job with the budget that they had behind this film. I saw the distribution company Gravitas Venturis, which I do like to watch anything that has that name on it, because I find they are more hits than misses. They only deal with independent stuff, only deal with low budgets. They seem to pick really good projects, and they seem to distribute really good stuff more so than not. I was really impressed with this film. You're following this woman, well, you're following the documentary crew doing a documentary on this woman named Margot, and she has a son named Jonah, and she claims that her son was abducted, and after he was abducted, he came back completely not the same. This kid's in a wheelchair. They call him catatonic, but he's able to move and talk, so I thought catatonic was where you can't move or can't talk, but I guess it's different things. I don't know the actual definition, but this kid is very like trance like, and he goes into trance states, and sometimes he'll like kind of have seizures, I think, but he's very connected to this alien thing presence, and he almost acts like he's possessed by some kind of extraterrestrial often. As the documentary crew starts to interview this woman Margot, slowly things are revealed, and through the entire thing you're wondering, was this kid abducted or is this complete bullshit? And you're always back and forth. And this film does so well keeping you guessing. Like, better than I've seen a lot of films of this kind where you don't know what's going on really, or you're kind of juggling both sides. I've never seen a film do it this well in a while, especially like being this low budget. And it really is a psychological suspense thriller kind of horror, and it really waits. Like, it carries you throughout the whole thing, keeping you guessing, keeping you asking questions, keeping you wondering about Margot. It's not like a masterpiece, it's not a perfect film by any means, but what it did to handle this subject matter and what it did with this subject matter, I think it's so good. I was really impressed with this film. And then by the time it gets to its last 5 minutes, it really pays off. It does leave you with questions too, so it's not going to answer everything. It's very satisfying in the sense where you can discuss this film a lot, and this film it'll leave audiences with a lot to talk about, and I love those films. I've always loved those films, and I find that, low budget independent, sometimes art house cinema is the best to do that, more so than films with higher budgets. I think that the script just worked perfectly. I really had a good time with this film. Obviously I can't talk about it too much because it's going to spoil a lot, but I liked the characters. Things started to get really scary with Margot when you start to question, is she abusing the kid and everything. Jonah, my god, did that kid ever perform well. Like, holy shit, he was creepy. His facial expressions were perfect, and he really got under your skin. And this film also doesn't, like, it doesn't go full on with the alien stuff. It really keeps it subtle. It's just sprinkled throughout, and a big question you have is, does this film have anything to do with aliens at all? Is it just, are we dealing with a crazy woman kind of thing? And even the Ozzy, who I was talking about in the documentary crew, he comes with his own set of issues. There's like a character dive on him too. So everybody is quite fleshed out, and I just like where this film went. So it is a recommendation from me. It's certainly worth checking out because it is a trippy one. So thumbs up from me. Subscribe to Morgan Film Fan if you'd like to listen to my voice or if you like my film reviews. I'll be back with more soon, so stay tuned for those. Check out what's on the channel already. Stay tuned for what's coming. Until next review, have a good one. Take care and cheers.